the reason for your limitation. You know, I believe deeply in me that God is interested also in our growth, in our expansion, even in our multiplication. And God is a God of growth. God is a God of fruitfulness. And God is not interested that we should be at a standstill in ministry. God is not interested that we should be a failure. Otherwise, He wouldn't have called us into the ministry in the first place. So when God called us out of Egypt, out of the Egypt of the world, and called us to the ministry and delegated His authority to us to represent Him and to become pastors and ministers, that is because God sent you to that particular city, or He sent you to that particular country because He wanted to use you to take possession of the country, or of the city, or of the town. You know, out of a church of 17,000, we only have 20 blacks or so. So our church is a complete white society. So when God sent me to Ukraine, I made a decision not to work with with Africans, because that is what many of our people would do. So the reason for your limitation is not God. The reason for your limitation is you. He is promising to give us the growth. He is promising to give us the increase. He is promising to give us the multiplication. He is promising to give us the success. He is promising to give us the land. But He said, I will not do it all at a time. I am going to do it little by little. And there is a reason for that. And as the more I give you, and the amount of land I'm going to give you is going to be dependent on you and what you do. Is going to be dependent on your fruitfulness. Sure, I want to give you the land. Sure, I will give you the land. However, I will give you not at once. I will give you the land little by little until you become fruitful. So until you become fruitful, there is no possession. Until you become fruitful, you are not going to grow. Until you become fruitful, there is no multiplication. So no multiplication without fruitfulness, no increase without fruitfulness, and no dominion without fruitfulness. He says, I will give you little by little, but the amount of land, the amount of authority, the amount of possession, the amount of inheritance over the land I'm going to give you is going to be dependent on your fruitfulness. Many of us, the problem with us in ministry is because we don't understand the word fruitfulness. We want growth, but we don't know that there is a difference between growth and being fruitful. God is not talking about growth in the Bible. He's talking about fruitfulness. Be fruitful means to produce after your kind. The more I am able to produce men that know what I know, that have my kind of relationship with God as I have, the more I am expanded by God, and the more grace God supplies for me to possess the country or the town or the city He's placed me over. There is enough grace in God. There is enough power and anointing in heaven for you to possess the land you are in. But when He sees that I've done my part, that I've produced after my kind, and the more I do this, the more He supplies the grace for me to possess the land. Jesus and God the Father, the Godhead, walked by the principle of fruitfulness. The reason for your limitation, pastors, do you now see the reason why God will not give you so much growth and increase and multiplication? Because He's expecting you to be fruitful. He's waiting for fruitfulness from you. It's not a big deal for God to give you the growth and the explosion, but He wants you to reproduce yourself in your leaders.
If you have been watching our videos and maybe you enjoy them, maybe you don't enjoy them, but still we need you to help us spread the word. And for that to happen, we only need you to take 5 little steps. Please help us spread this word by liking the video. Then, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We also need you to press the notification button, and the way to do that is to click on the bell. You see the bell there? Click on it. Then, of course, leave your comments. Let's know what you're thinking about each video. And finally, we need you to go and share the word. Share this video on your Facebook timeline, on your Instagram, and every other platform that you have. All right? Let's win the world for Christ. Thank you so much.